Able to get there and pick it. And first and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And it's up and good. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he is knocked down from the side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Play action. Now Osweiler. And Green with a catch left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. His throw incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Osweiler. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Craig Robertson leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Here's Osweiler. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back down in Philly. Here we go.
Here we go on 4th down with Osweiler. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Saints put up 29 points a game last year, second only to the Falcons, and they're in range to get some points on this drive as well. 1st and 10. Here's Breeze. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. After the interception, here's Osweiler. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On second down, Jamal Charles. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. They go screen. This is Ingram. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll send Ginn in motion left. On third down, here's Kamara. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Breeze going to go on fourth down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn from 6 yards away. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And his kick is right through. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble. He'll break bring this one out to the 27. So the Broncos coming out now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Detroit! Lampers! Lampard! Hurry up, here we go! No. Check, Patrick, Detroit!
A first throw for the backup Lynch. Trying to lay one up deep. It got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Demaryius Thomas, 73 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. That'll be taken in the end zone. They juked him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Breeze now on first down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Von Miller coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down.
On the counter, Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
Ready.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Set. Green 39.
After the interception, here's Lynch. Lynch fighting, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Ready. Like 50. Like 50.
And the back goes into motion. Breeze now on first down. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Breeze to Ingram on the draw.